Hello, St. Mary's students and anyone else who might be watching this, and happy Pride Week. This is St. Mary's first ever Pride Week, and we're really excited to introduce ourselves so that we can answer some of the questions that were posted in our anonymous question boxes yesterday. So my name is Catherine. I am the Vice President of SMEQ.
And my name is Kirsten, and I am your secretary.
So we're going to answer some really excellent questions covering the topics of gender and sexual identity, pansexuality, and even penis size. Stay tuned. So our first question is the question, what is the difference between gender and sexual identity? And so this covers 4 parts, and I'm going to answer gender identity and physical sex, and Kirsten is going to answer gender expression and sexual orientation. So first off, gender identity. Gender identity could essentially be considered what you feel on the inside your gender is. So this could reflect your physical sexual characteristics. It could be defined by the labels boy or girl. It could be neither male or female. It could be a little of both. It could be something different altogether, and you get to decide what this means for you.
Gender expression is the way that you choose to present which gender you identify with. So this could be through clothing, mannerisms, what you say and do in your normal life that will present or not present, if that's your choice, which gender you identify with.
So your physical sexual characteristics are the actual body of the matter, you could say. So that includes your chromosomes, your external and internal genitalia. It could include your hormones as well. So for most people, these fall under the category of either medically male or medically female. But there are some who have a mix of both characteristics, or for medical reasons have some characteristics removed or changed. These in no way define your actual gender. For example, in a woman who's had a double mastectomy and a hysterectomy, perhaps because she's suffered from cancer, does that mean that she's no longer a woman? If a person is born with a penis and chooses to identify as a woman, does that mean that she's not a woman? I would say she's still a woman. There's also people who might have XXY chromosomes that are traditionally labeled as intersex. But it's up to them really how they choose to present their gender to the outside world. And the bottom line is gender is really up for you to decide and is not defined by your physical sex.
Yeah. And the last point we wanted to make about this topic is the difference between your gender identity and your sexual orientation are not linked. So that would be like saying just because you're a boy does not mean you're just attracted to girls. Sexual orientation simply means what gender or genders you are attracted to. So, we got a question about what does pansexual mean? So pansexual is a type of sexual orientation, and it comes from the Latin word for pan, which means all. So basically what it means is who you're attracted to, it doesn't matter what gender they identify with. You could say that they can be gender blind, so really they can be attracted to boys, to girls, to anything in between, or none of the above. It doesn't matter to them. Love is love.
So the question that often gets asked is, what is the difference between bisexuality and pansexuality? A really easy way to define this is bi means two and pan means all. So a bisexual person might find themselves attracted only to people who fall strictly within the defined roles of male or female, whereas a pansexual person does not limit themselves to that 2 boxes of people. Alright, so the final question we're going to answer today is, how big is too big? And we can assume that based on, the handwriting of who dropped this question is that it's asking about the male penis size. So I'm just going to throw some numbers at you. First of all, the average penis when erect is 5.5 inches, and the average vagina, when aroused, stretches and it can become about 4 inches long. So if you do the math there, you'll see that bigger isn't necessarily better. In fact, most people who engage in sexual activity with people with penises say that girth is more important than length, and what is far more important than penis size is the communication during sex to find what feels best for both partners.
So, once again, happy Pride Week, and we hope that these answers were able to help you guys out a little bit.
If you're interested in finding out more, we're going to include some links below in the description for this video, and you can leave your comments, you can check things out, and hopefully this has been informative for everyone who's seen it. So have a great week, guys.